Welcome back to my round 3 game of GP Essen. I'm on green-white creature vomit playing against Epid, who's on casino scam. And let's see, so I get a hand that isn't that good, but it's probably still pretty decent, so I'm going to keep this. I'm probably going to go turn 1 Overgrowth Guardian, turn 2 Correlate Champion, and hope to get there. And I actually do get to be on the play. I think the thing I'm mostly worried about from Epid is them going turn 3 or turn 4 buy time and then comboing off. I think I can't really do much against that other than just kill them before that happens, so yeah, hopefully I get there. So let's see, do I lead off with Resplendent Substratum or Nebula? I mean, life doesn't matter in this matchup, so I just lead off on Overgrowth Guardian. Resplendent Substratum and Overgrowth Guardian. Also, Infected Ego is pretty dangerous for me because I have plenty of stuff to sack, but I don't really exactly want to sack my stuff. And also has lifelink, so gets me further away from my goal of killing the opponent. And Soulbreaker is also sort of annoying because it kills all my tokens, and then actually it's not that annoying, but anything that really kills my tokens is kind of annoying in a way. Epid finally plays their land tapped. So good, they don't have turn 1 Mind Falters, which means that they don't have turn 2 activated Soulbreaker and Perish Paragon. Do I play Perish Paragon first or Correlate Champion? I think I'll lead off on Correlate Champion because that gets through more damage now. And if my opponent plays something like Needless Atrocities, I can just sack the Sapperling. Do I play Nebula now or Boss Savannah? Because if I play Nebula now, then basically means I wasted 1 life off Resplendent Substratum. Actually, yeah, good point. I probably shouldn't have played Substratum then, because I should have played Nebula first and saved myself 1 life, although I guess it probably doesn't matter in this matchup. Anyways, I'm going to play Correlate Champion, make the Aura, and attach it to Overgrowth Guardian, which gives it +2/+2, and then I swing in for 3. And then I pass the turn. Epid draws for the turn. I mean, if they don't do anything next turn, then I'm going to play out another Correlate Champion, probably stick the Aura on the token, and then fetch Mozarkev with Vasavana, swing for 4, get 4 counters onto Vasavana. So not as explosive as I wanted, but still a decent draw. If Epid passes, that means they're probably holding up Cosmic Sinkhole. Yeah, they're going to play something now, so probably going to be a Needless Atrocities, or maybe a Soulbreaker. Well, no, they're definitely. I don't think they're playing out Soulbreakers that aren't active. They're going to Mind Falters. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just going to discard a land. I guess they probably have Soulbreaker in hand. Well, they didn't play Mind Falters turn 1, so that means they probably top deck Mind Falters this turn, and that's why they didn't play an untapped land to play Mind Falters on turn 1, unless they were super concerned about saving 2 life, which is something that they did in their other game, so maybe that's not an indication of anything. They're keeping up Flood Depths, which means that they probably have Cosmic Sinkhole, although if they had Cosmic Sinkhole early, they would have, again, played Flood Depths untapped, unless they were really trying hard to save life. But do I want to get Gilo countered? I don't really think I want to, so I think I'm just going to lead off with Perish Paragon, because that's my least valuable creature, and I'm fine with that getting countered. In that case, that means I should attack before casting spells. Well, either way, that means I'm going to have to fetch with Vasavana now, and get myself a Mozarkev, and get to attack with 3 guides and put 3 counters on Mozarkev, which is actually, right, Hilla's favor, so I need to cast stuff pre-combat. So yeah, does Perish Paragon get Cosmic Sinkhole? Seems like it will. Okay, so looks like I played around Cosmic Sinkhole pretty well then, because next turn, Gilo's coming down, although it's not going to be active, but Perish Paragon is the card that I most want to get countered by Cosmic Sinkhole. And there's the Cosmic Sinkhole, exactly as I predicted. Anyways, time to swing and put 3 counters onto Mozarkev. And I think I'm still in a pretty good position, because they didn't get turn 2 confirmed, so they won't have buy time this turn. They might have it next turn. I don't think I can kill them I can't kill them next turn, so they can still combo off with buy time, assuming they have it in hand, and the pieces, too. They're going to tap out, so probably Soulbreaker, which I'm pretty fine with, yeah. Or not super fine with, because using a token is sort of annoying. I mean, I would mind Soulbreaker a lot less if I had a bigger board, but my draw didn't line up in a way that gave me a huge board, so yeah. Maybe I draw into Token Maker. Daisy Gilo is probably the play here. Alternatively, I can try to push for damage. I mean, my opponent's definitely blocking with Soulbreaker, so probably going to block Correlate Champion. In that case, if I want to go with Correlate Champion Daisy, it will make my Correlate Champion attack past their Soulbreaker, but means that I don't flip anything off Gilo, because Gilo might flip a land, and that'd be really good for me. I think it's probably just safer for me to go Coralight plus Daisy. I think, yeah, that's what I'll go for. Actually, do I want to get Gilo under counters? Am I more worried about Gilo getting killed or Gilo getting countered? I think Daisy protects Gilo from a single kill spell. If I attack here with Coralight, then they're definitely blocking, so I don't think there's a single really good play here. But playing Gilo makes me end up with more information, so I'll lead off with Gilo. If I flip another Gilo. Okay, that's fine, actually. Does that mean I swing with Coralight Champion? I think it means I do. Either way, Daisy comes into play, so and I swing with both creatures. Alright. Am I worried about Wish to See? You know what? Actually, yeah, I will play around something like that by not attacking with my entire board. And if it just doesn't block. So that means they probably don't have Wish to See in hand, or they're trying to save their Wish to See for Black Hole Musings, which means they have all the pieces of the combo in hand. I think either way, it doesn't really bode super well for me, for my opponent not to block, because it either means they have the win, or I guess they don't have anything. Well, actually, no, the reason they didn't block is because they probably have buy time in hand, so they don't really have to worry about lethal next turn. And that is a pretty big concern for me, because that means they have buy time in hand. And, oh, no, if they're tapping out now, that means they definitely don't have buy time in hand. Yeah, Needless Atrocities. I'm fine with sacking Gilo because I have another copy in hand. And sure, I'll get another poison counter. It can't get me up to 5 poison counters this turn, funnily enough. I mean, it's not really something I need to worry about because game's going to end way before poison starts to matter, but I'm more worried about my life total, honestly, because Resplendent Substrain is pinging me each turn. Well, they're going to tap out. So is this in the Needless Atrocities? Yeah, darn. Do I care about Overgrowth, or do I care about Coralight Champion at this point? Which one do I care about more, Daisy or Coralight? Probably Daisy, so yeah, I'll sack Coralight and get another poison counter. Now up to 6 poison counters after Soulbreaker swings, which is pretty funny. But now they're tapped out, and they don't swing with Soulbreaker, so yeah, they're playing defense. And I draw Overgrowth Guardian, which unfortunately does not enable Gilo. I think I'll lead off on Gilo, hope to flip into something good. And then if I get a land, then I get Coralight Champion next turn, I guess. Actually, no, if I get a land, then Daisy's active, and then suddenly I can swing in with... Well, not really. Anyways, yeah, I lead off with Gilo. See what I flip. It is a land, so that's wonderful. So, green or white? White matters more right now. Now, Daisy's active. And Overgrowth Guardian. So do I swing with Daisy? I mean, Daisy's a pretty easy block here, so definitely don't swing with Daisy. I think it's just better to swing with just Overgrowth Guardian. The swinging with Daisy doesn't really do anything. In fact, it's even bad for me because it means Gilo won't be active next turn if I play Coralight. So, yeah. So, actually, if I attack with both Daisy and Overgrowth Guardian, Mozkev goes to 6 counters, and then next turn, if Daisy dies, nothing else dies. That's not worth it. I'm gonna swing with Overgrowth Guardian. And yeah, Mozkev gets a counter. Seems like your opponent does block here. And that's fine. Either way, if my opponent's dead next turn to my board, I don't think they have a single removal spell that really can answer this board. Well, I guess if they have a removal plus a counter spell for Coralight, I guess they don't die, but they're probably holding up buy time, so it doesn't really matter how much damage I can do, as long as I get them to... Yeah, they definitely have buy time, so I'm not really in a rush to really do anything now, because ball is entirely in my opponent's court, and it's on them to win with the combo now. They get one turn to try to combo off. But I think it's pretty likely that they have combo in hand with the way they've been playing and how much time I've been giving them. Our recruitment would have been a lot more useful last turn, I think. Or no, not really. It wouldn't have really helped in getting Gilo active. Well, either ways, what do I do now? I play Coralight Champion, activate Gilo, and then swing with everything and hope that nothing bad happens, I guess. So yeah, Aura. I'll stick it onto the Sacroling, I guess. I mean, Gilo's active. I swing with everyone and get 10 counters on Mozkev, so unless you have buy time, you die. Just cast buy time. I know it's in your hand. Yep. And yeah, ball is entirely in my opponent's court now, and I think they probably have the combo. Otherwise, they would have done that. Or maybe they don't have it, and they were just like doing this out of desperation. So, do they have it? Okay, they play Shifting Cascade. They tap. That seems like another buy time. Okay, so they don't have Black Hole Musings right now. They're just trying to buy more time. Yeah, that's good. That means they don't have it right now, and hopefully they don't try into it. So are they confirming now on the Shifting Cascade? No, they're just cracking it. And okay, so let's see if they draw into what they need. So Black Hole Musings or another buy time. I guess they can also try to Darklands Charm and dig for stuff if that's what they drew. I mean, basically it has to be some way to get one of the combo pieces, or else they die to buy time. Okay, so I'll land. Oh, is this buy time? No, it's Mind Falters. Okay, sure, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to play my instant because that robs my opponent card. I think my opponent has one turn left from the buy time, because yeah, they're on their third extra turn in a row. That's their last turn. So it's either they have it or they die. So did they draw into it? If they drew Confirm Hypothesis, they can use Confirm on the shifting land. Okay, they didn't have it. Yeah, that was... I didn't really look that intense from my point of view, because I'm basically just sitting there hoping my opponent doesn't combo off. But yeah, looking at my opponent's sideboard, the annoying thing here is the Violent Collapses, because those things go through daisies, and daisies are my main answer against board wipes. They also have some more descends, but they do kill some key creatures in my deck because everything in my deck has 1 power. They're just going to board in the other buy time. Just more copies of buy time to prevent themselves from losing too early. So I pretty clearly have to board in Denire Charm against Violent Collapses, and I think I board out Perish Paragons here because those guys don't really help against anything that my opponent's trying to do. They're not really using any damage-based removal. I guess Perish Paragon does sort of allow me to attack past Infectious Egos, or at least block those guys, but not super well because Infectious Egos force sacks when they attack, so they can easily get Perish Paragon below the threshold. Another interesting question is, do I board into Zakurs? Because Zakur is a sideboard card against combo decks, but I'm not sure if Casino Scam is a deck that Zakur is good against. So during their combo turn, they basically cast a single spell. So, like, they cast buy time, and then they pass their turn, and then cast their spell, and then they pass their turn, cast their spell again. So I don't think Zakur is really going to be active. It might be good just as something to prevent my opponent from casting 2 spells in a turn, but I don't think it's really worth bringing in. Maybe I'll consider it if I lose this game. But yeah, let's just do this. And yeah, that's an excellent starting hand, I think. It's an excellent starting hand unless my opponent has turn 1 Cosmic Synchro, or just any removal spell. Yeah, okay, I can't keep this. Okay, this is a much better hand. So Vasavine is going to be... Oh, Correlate Champion isn't going to be castable. Yeah, that's a problem. Huh. I think I bomb Correlate... Wait, no, everything in this hand is awkward. I bomb Correlate Champion because that's the least castable card in my hand. Okay, never mind. I drew Nebula, so I'm fine now. I'm going to Nebula for green and white. Do I lead off on Seek Lost Child? If the first Seek Lost Child gets removed, then I'm fine with that because I have a second Seek Lost Child. Alternatively, I can trial recruitment. Well, either ways, I probably should try to sneak something under counters because my opponent did not lead on an untapped blue source, so I don't have to worry about Cosmic Synchro. Actually, that kind of indicates that either my opponent doesn't have any untapped blue sources or they don't have a Cosmic Synchro. I don't think any of that really helps with my decision making here. I'm just going to play Seek the Lost Child on turn 1 and pass. And next turn, I play a second Seek the Lost Child, see what my opponent does, and then play Vastavana, fetch, Mozikev, trigger all the Seek the Lost Childs. And then the turn after that, I can raise reinforcements if all my soldiers survive. So yeah, opponents end up turn cracking the Shifting Land for Island Swamp, as expected. Actually, it also sort of implies that either my opponent doesn't have Confirm in hand, or they don't have a second blue source plus Confirm. Okay, so yeah, I think they just didn't have untapped blue source and Needless Atrocities. So yeah, that does deal with my child, unfortunately. But now they're tapped out and they can't counter the second child. So yeah, Seek the Lost Child, and I get to grab cards off both of these guys. So yeah, Vastavana, sack it for Mozikev. These guys all get their third triggers. Lost Child goes away. I get soldiers, I gain life, and then now both the second chapters trigger, and I'm going to start looking for stuff. So I get to flip a daisy off the first Seek the Lost Child, and then I flip... Oh, that's a lot of options. Okay, so which one do I want? So what am I doing next turn? I'm playing Forest so that Raise Reinforcements is active, and then that gives me 3 mana. I have Daisy, and then I probably want a 2-drop to follow up with, I think. Or no, I can just do 3 1-drops, and that probably is better, just to swarm the board a bit. Does Correlate Champion die to anything in particular? Not really, right? Next turn I just go Daisy, Correlate. No, I want to swarm the board because I want guys left over for raise reinforcements. No, I'm worried about Violent Collapse, mostly. And I have no way to deal with Violent Collapse, actually. So, yeah, I want to save cards in hand because my opponent might have Violent Collapse, so I'll take Roulette Champion. Yeah, just take the impactful card instead of... Take the impactful card because the next turn you want to play the fewest number of cards onto the board as you can. Or actually, no, next turn I'm going to play Nebula untapped. I'm going to play Nebula on white, and then I play Roulette Champion, and then end of turn, recruitment in case my opponent has Violent Collapse or something. But now they don't have to Violent Collapse this turn because I'm not really threatening them with anything. Oh, Valdez. Okay, that's annoying. There goes my raise reinforcement. They pass, so they probably have Cosmic Sinkhole. Well, let's see what I draw first. Endless Helpless Souls. Okay, so I don't want to play my EHS into Cosmic Sinkhole. And like, this is a really telegraphed Cosmic Sinkhole. I doubt my opponent boarded their other counter spells though. Like, you're not bringing Top Blossom against this deck, I don't think. So I'm just mainly trying to play around Cosmic Sinkhole and Violent Collapse. If I try to jam everything, then... Actually, no, I'm fine with... Yeah, I'm on 4 lands next turn, so if I jam everything and then I get Violent Collapse, then I'm fine because I can EHS after that, after my opponent's tapped out, and pay for Cosmic Sinkhole. So I think the plan here is Roulette Champion Daisy, and then, yeah, go from there, I guess. I'll play my Forest. Try to run out Roulette Champion. It's going to get Cosmic Sinkhole. Actually, maybe I should have just played Daisy and then held up Trial Recruitment. That might have just been a better play, because plays around Cosmic Sinkhole. Actually, yeah, that definitely would have been the better play, now I think about it. I kind of regret making this play instead of just playing Daisy and holding up 2 mana. Like, even if I waste a mana this turn cycle, I'm fine with that, because I just waste the Cosmic Sinkhole mana. Well, either way, no going back now, so I'm just playing Daisy and attacking. The problem now is that I don't think my opponent's really threatened to tap out for Violent Collapse, which means that now my opponent can tap and pass the turn holding up Cosmic Sinkhole. I mean, they have to worry about Daisy somewhat, right? But like, if I play Daisy, so that's holding up 2 mana for Cosmic Sinkhole, and then hold up Trial Recruitment for my opponent's end of turn, then I'm threatening 10 damage on the board, which is a huge amount of damage coming out of nowhere. Infectious Eagle, I guess? Is that what's happening? Okay, sure, that's annoying. I sack one of my soldiers, right? Yeah, I can't afford to sack lands here, right? Maybe I can sack my second Nebula. Yeah, I have another Nebula, so I sack Nebula, and then next turn no wait, if I sack Nebula, then I don't get to 4 lands, which means Daisy won't be active. So yeah, I sack a soldier and get a poison counter. I think, yeah, playing Corelight there was a huge mistake. I should have just held up Trial Recruitment. But anyways, enough regretting the past. So anyways, yeah, Nebula, does life matter right now? Not really. I can afford to go 2 colors, especially since I'm probably thinking about sacking all my Nebulas eventually. Or not really, with Daisy in play. But it might come down to that. Anyways, EHS against a tapped out opponent. Let's see what I flip. Wow, this is disappointing. Extremely disappointing, in fact. It's only slightly better than a whiff. And yeah. Well, at least they're 2/2s, I guess. Okay, so if my opponent attacks with Infected Eagle, I can block and then get rid of it. So that prevents my opponent from attacking with Infected Eagle. And I don't think I want to attack here because attacking into Infected Eagle is dumb. I'm just going to hold up Trial Recruitment. If my opponent Violent Collapses, then Infected Eagle will be a 1/1. They're going to swing, and I Trial Recruitment and kill the Infected Eagle, which will be pretty funny. But yeah, just pass. And now my opponent, are they going to Violent Collapse? Yep, there it is. So there goes my board. Well, actually, if they have Cosmic Sinkhole, oh, they're explicitly playing around Trial Recruitment. That's pretty clever. Do I have Cosmic Sinkhole up? Or more importantly, do I play Trial Recruitment here? I mean, I definitely do. Because what else am I doing with my mana? But if they have Cosmic Sinkhole here, then they just blow me out. So hopefully they don't have it. Okay, they don't have it. Good. Okay, and I top deck EHS, which is probably one of the best cards I could have top decked there. So yeah, I'm extremely lucky yet again. And since I have 1 mana left, my opponent top decking a Cosmic Sinkhole doesn't even stop this. So time to flip again. And I get, what do I want here? So I definitely want Gilo. Do I want Seek the Lost Child? I might, because I think probably just Gilo plus Lore Sprout. Dinnerite Charm is pretty tempting too, because it links 2 guys, but Lore Sprout draws me a card, and I want cards right now more than I want guys, right? What does Seek the Lost Child get me? If I take Seek the Lost Child and Gilo flips a land, then that's also really good. So it's Gilo, and then it's between Seek the Lost Child or Lure Sprout. Lure Sprout always gets me a card. Seek the Lost Child lets me filter for a card, but only if Gilo hits a land. if Gilo doesn't hit a land, then I think I'm pretty happy too, because that means it's either a creature that's getting on the board, or yeah. I think I'll take Gilo and Seek the Lost Child. And I'll let Seek the Lost Child go into play first. Then Gilo comes into play. Do I flip a land? Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Being really lucky this game, actually. And do I take Lord Sprout or Overgrowth Guardian? Overgrowth Guardian enables Gilo right now, which actually isn't that important because I can't attack past Infectious Ego anyways. That means that my opponent can't really afford. I think I just want Lord Sprout, probably. Just draw a card. Might be a mistake because now Gilo isn't active on the same turn, but I want to draw into stuff. And I get Critters Companion. So that's a pretty good play for next turn because I can, next turn I can adventure the Critters Companion and then Coralite. Not being attacked this turn is a bit unfortunate. Actually, right. Infectious Ego attacks and I can't actually block, so I'll have to sack, I guess, my Soldier token. That's probably what I'm sacking, and I can just afford to take Infectious Egos in the face right now because I'm pretty high on life. If my opponent has another Violent Collapse, then I just lose, I think. If they don't, though, then they can still attack with Infectious Ego, make me sack a guy, and then play Needless Atrocities. They can't actually descend up the Gilo right now because Lost Child is protecting it, which is pretty funny. A Soulbreaker. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, that is annoying because they're not going to attack with Infectious Ego. Are they that afraid of me swinging in? I mean, I guess Infectious Ego does keep back Gilo buffed guys from swinging. I feel like they definitely should have attacked the Ego there just to force a sack and make Gilo further away. So draw. Either ways, Seek the Lost Child is going to be, or at least the third chapter of Seek the Lost Child is going to happen. So do I fetch with Vasaphana or do I just play a forest? And if I play a forest, I can just dump my entire hand this turn, and that's probably really good, so I'll just play my forest. Lost Child happens. So I go back to 23 life. Unfortunately, the Soldier tokens all share the same name, so I'm 2 away from Gilo, but Riz Companion plus Coralite gets me there pretty easily. So how do I sequence this? I think I go Riz Companion and then Coralite, and then, the Venture Critters Companion first. I want to do Coralite last because that's one I can't get through Cosmic Synchro. Unless I start with it, I guess. But I don't want Critters Companion to get Cosmic Synchro, at least the Venture side, because that means I lose 2 cards from that. So yeah, I'll start off by tapping like this, I guess. Yeah, Critters Companion, adventure it. He's like, just doesn't have anything, probably. Now Gilo's active, and then I'm going to Coralite Champion now. So do I stick Coralite Champion's thing on? Yeah, my opponent just doesn't have Cosmic Synchro right now. So maybe they have something like Darklands Charm and they just end up turn digging for something. That's probably the most likely possibility. I think I'll stick Gilo's favor on Lord Sprout. I want to stick on one of the Soldier tokens because they're going to attack this turn, and now that they're Gilo buffed, yeah, it's not going to look pretty for my opponent. It's life total. And time for me to calculate how big these guys actually are. So Gilo buff, and then +8/+8 from Aura. Am I fine with just running one of my guides into Infectious Ego? Does that help me? It gets me counters on Mozikev, but I was thinking about it. Now the block's pretty free, so I'm just going to attack with one guy. If they want to take 11 to the face, they're free to. But anyways, despite how good my board looks right now, it dies to a single Violent Collapse. Wait, should have put Coralite Champion's Aura on Gilo, because that means Gilo no longer dies to Violent Collapse. Right? No, Violent Collapse kills my entire board, basically, and then the buff stops working, and then Gilo just dies from state-based actions. So yeah, Violent Collapse or bust, basically. Or I guess Buy Time also works. If they have the combo, then I can't do anything about that. Maybe after being so lucky this game, my opponent's also going to be really lucky. See, I'm only 2 lands away from coalescing Endless Helpless Souls, so like if I draw 2 lands in a row, I'm still alright, I think. I guess if my opponent Violent Collapses, wipes my board, and then attacks the Infectious Ego to make me start sacking lands, then I'm not going to be having a fun time. They just pass, so definitely don't have Violent Collapse. I still feel like they should, well, now that my guys are huge, yeah, they're not going to attack with the Ego because that's just Chump attacking it to sack guys. And Daisy, so that's another thing to buff my board. Do I even care about buffing my board at this point? Like, anything that I swing with is going to be lethal, so like there's no point in... They have to chump block this guy, or they have to have instant speed removal for it. Do they have instant speed removal in their deck anywhere? No, Descend on Helpless is a sorcery, and not like Descend's killing that, but yeah, they don't have any instant speed removal in their deck, so I swing with this thing, and it's lethal no matter what happens, and I just keep all my cards in hand in case my opponent has Violent Collapse or whatever. I think I probably want to swing out 2 and get Mozkev to 10 counters so that if my opponent Vine collapses, at least I still have an active Mozkev that they have to worry about. I guess 9 counters is probably enough. They just need to swing with 6 guys. Yeah, I mean, that works. The swinging with 6 guys, then that means I have 9 life. Yeah, I'm fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Yeah, pick your blocks. Is it buy time? Yep, there's buy time. Anyways, have fun. If you want to block anything, then feel free to. Is this Black Hole Musings time? Mind Fortress? Okay, I guess that's one reason to not keep Daisy in hand. Not that really changes the game anyways, because I'm not taking any more turns this game. If my opponent doesn't win here, they lose. Okay, seems like they do have the combo. Now they just have to make sure they don't screw anything up. But I'm pretty sure they have the win here. So the Black Hole Musings get... Actually, no, they might not have the win here because they need 3 cards in hand, or 3 specific cards in hand. They need Blood River, Wish to See, and Darklands Charm. And they only have 1 Black Hole Musings to dig for them, so... Or, no, it doesn't work because Wish to See will recast Black Hole Musings, which will allow them to dig again. So yeah, they definitely have the combo. Unless they get extremely lucky with their exiles. And they exile their cards in an order that flips both Blood Rivers and both copies of Darklands Charm before they flip a single copy of Wish to See. That's basically the only way I don't lose this, I think. How's their exile looking right now? They already flipped a Wish to See. Yeah, I've lost. I'm gonna let my opponent play out anyways, in case anyone watching isn't familiar with how the combo works. What have they even found out Black Hole Musings so far? They found Wish to Sees only, so they should probably just keep flipping until they find either Darklands Charm or Blood Rivers, and then they stop there. And then afterwards, next turn they Wish to See and Black Hole Musings to find the other combo piece. No, they're stopping now. I mean, okay, yeah, it works too, because Black Hole Musings lets you grab 2 cards, so next turn you Wish to See the Black Hole Musings and grab Darklands Charm and Blood Rivers. And yeah, they're gonna attack me too, because why not? I'll sack a soldier and take 7 in the face. Oh, and 3 poison, I forgot. So if Zakir was in play, then the combo turn costs... Well, they have to remove that guy. It taxes them for the Wish to See, and then recasting Black Hole Musings, that's +1. And then Darklands Charm is +2. It costs them 3 more mana, which is the same amount of mana that Vine Collapse costs. So yeah, maybe Zakir is decent, just because it forces the opponent to have 3 more mana during their combo turn. Anyways, they Wish to See the Black Hole Musings, which allows them to recast it. And if it's a revelation, they get to put into play. And they flip Blood Rivers. Are they still looking for Darklands Charm? Seems like it. Okay, they found Darklands Charm, and they have the combo here, so they just have to not mess this up. They just have to exile their entire deck, put Darklands Charm and Blood Rivers into their hand. So yeah, Black Hole Musings comes to play off the Wish to See. And it's power equal to the number of cards in exile, so it's a 37. Darklands Charm gives Black Hole Musings unblockable, Blood River gives it haste, and it's gonna swing at me and kill me in 1 shot. And yeah, GG. So it looks like we'll have to go to game 3 for this. And so they bring in Zakir because it taxes them for 3 during the combo turn. Is that worth it? Is that worth playing a creature that is really slow compared to everything else in my deck? Somehow I doubt it. Maybe I just take out the Silent Wanderers. They're mostly just filler in the deck. I don't want trial recruitment. It plays around Cosmic Sinkhole, but like I don't want my combo deck. I want my combo opponent drawing extra cards. So maybe I just do this. Feels iffy, but whatever, I'll run it back. At the same time, trial recruitment means that I get to play around Cosmic Sinkhole a bit more easily. But Cosmic Sinkhole is the only instant speed counter spell in my opponent's deck, so like not even that much worth playing around. Okay, so this hand is really good if I draw another land. But I also have a bunch of 1-drops and a Lower Sprout, so I think I'm willing to risk this. Turn 1, Overgrowth Guardian. Turn 2, Lower Sprout, flip a land. If I get a land, I get to play Overgrowth Guardian again. Although it doesn't have anything that's super broken, because like it doesn't have Kriz Companion getting EHS into play on turn 2. Or Seek the Lost Child triggering their 3rd chapter on turn 2 or anything like that. Okay, so now I do have to play around Cosmic Sinkhole. Do I draw a land? Okay, good. I draw a land. So that's saved. Gila runs the Cosmic Sinkhole, so probably not what I want to do here. How much do I want to play around Cosmic Sinkhole? I can also Correlate Champion. I think it's just better to spam the board and then hold up the Neurai Charm for when opponent tries to turn 3 Vine Collapse, and I get him with the Nari Charm. Yeah, the Vasavana first. I will be losing a bunch of life for my lands though, which is kind of annoying. Oh, Raise Reinforcements. Never mind then. I get turn 3 Raise Reinforcements, assuming nothing goes wrong. And, okay, never mind. They're going to Cosmic Cinco, and yet there goes my turn 3 Raise Reinforcements. I think doing this is at least a lot better than getting my Kilo countered. So there's that at least. Maybe a better play there would have been to fetch Mozikev with Vasavana, which would have played around Cosmic Cinco. I feel like that's just being way too cowardly at that point. And needless atrocities. Sapling, do I sack that? How much do I care about 1 damage versus not enabling Soulbreaker? Oh, they can't even name Sapling. Huh, that's funny because it's a token. So yeah, I'm fine with sacking Lower Sprout here. Means that Soulbreaker isn't active. So let's see what I get. EHS. Okay, so I can Gila and try to flip a land for next turn. And if they Vine Collapse me, then they have to tap out, which means I get the EHS against a tapped out opponent. So either ways, I think it works out pretty well for me. The only thing I'm kind of annoyed with is how much damage I'm taking off my lands. Gilo flipping Gilo. What a classic. Not what I want. I wanted Gilo to flip a land, but the second Gilo will do. And I think at this point, my opponent does have to be slightly worried because, like, I might have 2 guys and that would activate Gilo. They just play 3 things and pass. Well, they don't have Fine Collapse now. Okay, so playing EHS here would also be pretty dumb because I don't want to run EHS into a Cosmic Sinkhole or a Vine Collapse, in fact. Actually, do I just hold up the Nari Charm? That might be a play. I crack one of the Vasavans from Mozikev and start playing counters onto it. And I hold up the Nari Charm. If they try to Vine Collapse me, then the Nari Charm, they're tapped out, I get the EHS next turn. If they don't Vine Collapse me, I Nari Charm, get guys into play, get raids up. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. I'll sack one of the Vasavanas for Mozikev. Where is it? Okay. I think the only problem with this plan is I'm already down to 12 life for my lands, which is kind of annoying. So 3 counters on Mozikev, and I just pass the turn and hope the right charm. What's my opponent going to do end of turn? Confirm the... Oh, they're going to confirm the Shifting Morass. Right. And that leads them right into Infectious Ego, which they will tap out for, but forces me to sack something. If they do go for it, I sack the Overgrowth Guardian, and then I EHS and hope to hit another Overgrowth Guardian, I guess. No, that doesn't even help. Wait, they don't have confirm. Okay, so it seems like maybe they were just sitting on Cosmic Cinco, or maybe they just didn't have anything in hand. Well, now I get to just end of turn Denari Charm. Ares Pillar, okay, sure. Anyways, tokens mode, you want to counter this. So either they don't have a counter, or they're not willing to counter getting 2 tokens. Do they just have nothing? Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if they have nothing. I get 2 Raising Reinforcements, which is quite nice. So I get to attack this turn, raise, which will activate Gilo, right? Yeah. If Gilo's active, then they'll be slapped for 1 off lethal. Means I should probably play Corelight Champion to make sure that Raise Reinforcements will be lethal, and get them to just do stuff if they have anything. I'll tap Resplendent and Mozikev and then use Vasavana to fetch end of turn. So yeah, lead off with Corelight Champion. You have a counter spell? If you don't, then you're kind of screwed. And that's the thing they Cosmic Cinco. Wonderful. Unfortunately, that's also not that good because, yeah, 1 off lethal. A bit unfortunate on that end. Well, otherwise, I'm swinging out. That's 8 counters on Mozikev, and then tapping these guys to raise reinforcements, making tokens. So Gilo buff is active. Knock them down to 1 life. And yeah, so hopefully, if they have Vine Collapse, I think I'm fine because... Oh no, if they have Vine Collapse plus Cosmic Sinkhole, then that's kind of annoying because if I don't top deck a land, then they could Cosmic Sinkhole my EHS. Or if they just get a 5th land, they can also just... They can Vine Collapse and hold up Cosmic Sinkhole for 2. But now that they're at 1 life, can they prevent themselves from taking 1 damage? Because now they're basically living in permanent fear of anything flashing in at end of turn and whacking them. So unless they have buy time or Vine Collapse in hand, they just lose here. They probably have one of those guys in hand, but maybe they don't. They're going to play a land. Okay, Vine Collapse. Yep, there goes my board. If they just pass here, then that doesn't look that... Wait, they need to tap 2 black, so there was no way that they could have kept up Cosmic Sinkhole for 2 there. Anyways, fetch plains. Top decking land would be good here. I just need them to not have Cosmic Sinkhole here. Yeah. These don't have Cosmic Sinkhole. Guess they don't have Cosmic Sinkhole. And I get Tucker and Gilo. Wonderful. What did I flip? Nebula. Also wonderful. I'll give this thing green. Now Zucker is also preventing them from winning from a combo, I think, because they need to kill this thing or they have to pay 3 extra during the combo turn. And that means they need to go up to 8 lands in order to win during the combo turn, I think. They need 6 lands for the base combo and then 3 more lands to pay for Zakur. Do they already have... No, they don't have Black Hole Musings in the yard already. And yeah, they probably wanted to crack Shifting Morass end of turn, but forgot. Do they have a second Vine Collapse? Okay, sure. That's fine. Too bad I have a second EHS. And yeah, they can't Cosmic Sinkhole for 2, so I'm safe just EHSing here with 1 mana up. Yeah, I'm getting extremely lucky. Oh, okay, I mean, I can't complain. EHS whiffed, but whatever, I already got a pretty good EHS. I'm getting 2 EHS back-to-back is already fortunate enough. I think I just follow up with Kilo, right? I haven't played Landerson, so I can just Forest, and then Kilo. Do they have Cosmic Sinkhole? No, they still don't have Cosmic Sinkhole. And Orthworld Guardian, that's fine. Anyways, let's see my opponent dealing with this board. Actually, maybe I should have played... Well, they're going to Shifting Morass now, so okay, sure. And playing Gale out first probably was correct too, but if I played Creator's Companion out, then I was 1 white land away from lessing EHS. Well, if my board gets wiped here, I can just replay Creator's Companion and then Overgrowth Guardian, and then try to draw a land and coalesce EHS, which probably just wins me the game too. There's lots of ways for me to win the game, but also a lot of ways for Epid to win the game. Because if they get buy time and Black Hole Musing, then they just straight up win. Infectious Eagle, yeah, sure, that's fine. Do I want to sack lands or do I want to sack... Actually, Infectious Eagle means they're a virtual 5 life. Mozkef gives my guys... Yeah, okay. I think I actually just have the win here. I'll sack Nebula. The Overgrowth plus Creator's Companion activates Kilo, and then Mozkef will be active next turn too. I don't think my opponent has it out for this. Right, Poison. Descend on the Helpless? Yeah, sure. Actually, right, now that means my opponent doesn't lose this turn, which is a problem because that means they might have buy time up now. I think it's worth using Mozkef to trade with Infectious Eagle. Still, my opponent's definitely doing a really good job hanging on right now. I think the play here is Adventure Creator's Companion, play Creator's Companion next turn. I think with 2 Creator's Companions, I can definitely coalesce EHS if I have Raise Reinforcements and tapping stuff. Like, do I want Infectious Eagle to live? Do I want to sack Mozkef now just to get rid of Eagle on the board? They only have 2 Vine Collapses, right? Yeah, they've already used both, so... And they're only at 1 life, and they don't have really good ways to gain life either. Just Blood Ritual, which I don't think they boarded in. I think it's pretty safe to just use Mozkef to trade one of my frogs with Infectious Eagle. And after that, I have 3 mana to play around with, so I can Overgrowth Guardian critters. I don't have enough things to tap for both critters, but I can oh, right. Well, either ways, I'm going to swing here. Like, I want to get Infectious Eagle off the board now. Actually, maybe that was a huge mistake in hindsight because Wish to See exists, and I can just recast. Right, Descend on Helpless too. Okay, maybe that was not the best play. Yeah, I should have just tried to build up a big board and then next turn use Mozkef to get lethal. So yeah, that was... I could have ended turn Raise Reinforcements. Right. That was a really bad play for me, now I think about it. Well, whatever. Too late to go back. I'm just gonna play all my guys. Next time I'm gonna have to use Raise Reinforcements with Creator's Companion to make EHS mana. Except I'm actually not there yet. I need to draw a land to do that. Okay, yeah, definitely should have sacked Mozkef there. I think the hope here is to just draw a creature. If my board doesn't get messed with, I draw a creature, and I can use both Creator's Companions, Raise Reinforcements, 1 set. So I get 6 mana from my Creator's Companions, which means that if I draw 1 drop next turn, then I do get to coalesce EHS. So that is something to look forward to. Alternatively, if my opponent... No, they're definitely going to get a creature here. They have to sound helpless that they can Memento back. Actually, Overgrowth Guardian is protecting my Creator's Companions from Descent, which is pretty funny too. Okay, Soulbreaker, sure. So, yeah, that's not good because I only get 1 Creator's Companion. So do you have another way to kill something? Oh, they have buy time. Okay, I see. Well, yeah, I have to swing with everything, and then I raise. Kills one of my Creator's Companion, and then I don't have anything else to do. So I guess that's my play. Anyways, show me the buy time. Yep. Is there any point using Raise Reinforcements now? Not really. It's all up to my opponent to win. On the bright side, they're at one card in hand, so like unless they exactly have black hole musings or I guess some way to draw cards, they just lose. Well, heart of the cards then. Let's see if my opponent has it. Wait a minute. They can also just beat me down over 2 turns with Ares Pillar, now I think about it. So I should have raised reinforcements when I had the chance to. Yeah, I definitely should have raised. Well, my opponent can only Cosmic Synchro for 3, so raise, even if they try to Cosmic Synchro it, I can pay for it. And raise will stop the Soulbreaker from connecting, so they only get 2 turns to attack with the Ares Pillar. And if they tap out for Ares Pillar, then they're not by timing. So either ways, I think I'm safe. I think I definitely butchered the endgame because sacking Mozkef there was kind of an iffy play. I've just tried to token spam the board. Or maybe not, because if I didn't get rid of the Infectious Eagle there, it would have attacked and I would have let it through, which meant that I'd be at 5, which means that I died to 2 Ares Pillar swings. So yeah, maybe just using Mozkef to kill the Infectious Eagle there was the right play, after all. Okay, was it now? It's going to be Mental Descent on the Helpless. I think my opponent's definitely trying to get lethal through attacking. Yeah, Descent on the Helpless, Memento on Overgrowth Guardian, I guess. Wait, no, they can grab... Crap, they can grab Deal off this thing, can't they? What's the flip side again? Yeah, okay, that's concerning. Does Gilo just win the game for them then? No, they can't get Gilo active because they only have 4 creatures. So I think I'm fine. And they can't activate Ares Pillar and Buy Time on the same turn, so they only get 1 turn to swing with these guys. That should be fine. Wait, they can get Coralight Champion. Is that lethal? So they get back Coralight Champion, stick it on Cormoran, and yeah, that might just be lethal. Okay. So how could I have played around this? Well, I don't think the Mozkef line would have mattered here because I would have gotten into the situation either ways. I mean, they're on their first extra turn of buy time, right? So, because Healer's Favor is going to give this thing +3/+3 from these guys. So that means my opponent swings in the air for 8 next turn and puts me down to 1. So unless they have another copy of Buy Time, I just win. They'll be 1 off lethal. If they do have another copy of Buy Time, then they can Buy Time, swing with Cormoran, knock me down to 5, and then on their second turn, they Ares Pillar, and wait. So they're 1 off lethal, which meant that my careless fetching has quite influenced the course of this game. Does my opponent have any way to push through damage? If they Vine Collapse the board, then it kills all their own guys too, so they're not going to do that. And all of their edicts don't really help here because I have so many trump blockers. I think they just have to draw exactly Buy Time here to win. Or I guess Black Hole Musings still gets there too, I think. Right, Black Hole Musings works because it can find a Buy Time, so if they draw Buy Time, or Black Hole Musings to find a Buy Time, or I guess Darklands Charm to find a Buy Time, or like confirm. They don't have anything to confirm though. But just some way to find a Buy Time, they just win. If they can't, then they lose. So do they have it? Seems like they don't. Phew, that was a tense game. Opponent swings out everything. I'm just going to block like this. I guess they can also try to flash in a creature instant speed or something. I don't think any of that exists in their deck. Yep, and Epid has ran out of stolen time, and they're going to lose the game. So extremely close game, going down to 1 life, which meant that every fetching decision mattered. And I'm actually not sure if I made the correct fetching decisions or nebula decisions, basically any decision that involves taking damage from your lands. But it seems like I got there in the end. I also got pretty lucky drawing 2 back-to-back copies of Endless Helpless Souls. And yeah, I flipped 3 Gilos this game and 2 EHSs, so pretty lucky game. It seems like I managed to get there in the end.